Is Clarissa Shields the most disrespectful boxer in boxing history? Is Hulk Hogan really a true American icon or just a wrestling racist? And Glorilla, I don't know how you got locked up on your day off. Boom, I told you, Juice, 30 seconds or less. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of 58South TV Presents Topics of Discussion, your new home for sports, news, and entertainment. I'm your host, 58South, along with my co-host. What's happening, sir? Mr. Juice. Jalapeno Jones in this thing.
What's up, everybody? What's up, 58? How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, brother. How about yourself?
Well, a lot of things going on in the news this week, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man, we might as well go ahead and get to it. Unfortunately, we lost three really. We lost three. I guess icons would be a safe word.
Yeah.
Icons are safe. All right.
Yeah.
Lost Ozzy Osbourne, Terry Hulk Hogan. Couldn't think of his real last name. And of course, Mr. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner lost his life rescuing his daughter, from what I read.
Yeah. Yeah. It was in the water. Where? Mexico? Or was it Costa Rica? I can't remember.
Yeah, that sound. Yeah, I know it was. In where the water would look like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it was something like that. But yeah, they said some kind of current hit him. And his friend too, not just his daughter, his friend also was in the hospital in critical condition for a few days, you know what I mean? Due to that same current that hit Malcolm Jamal Warner and killed him. And his daughter, he was saving his daughter, which he did. His daughter is perfectly healthy and well, but it's just a horrible way to go out, man. And he was such a young man still, 54 years old.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Mr. Malcolm Jamal Warner. See, he's one of those guys who played a character so well that, that was his name. If you saw him out, you'd probably call him Theo, even though he did other things outside of the Cosby Show, of course.
Right.
Also, like we said, Ozzy Osbourne passed. I mean, I don't really have too much on Ozzy Osbourne other than the what was that? Meet the Osbournes. That was the reality show he had with his family.
That's when a lot of people really, really got introduced to him that, didn't listen to that genre of music.
Right.
They really got introduced to him through that show.
It was that, and then when I was younger, hearing about how he bit the head off bats at concerts and stuff like that. Like, didn't know how true that was, but that's one of the things that you heard. You know what I mean?
Funny since you said that. The thing he said was that when that first happened, he thought it was a prop, coming from his team. So he was just going to do that, to mess around with the crowd because they would have thought it was real while he knew it was fake, but it ended up being real.
Oh, wow. So he really did bite the head off a bat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey, since y'all in here, man, go ahead and hit that like button, man. Hit like. As soon as you come in, just hit like. Just hit like. Just hit like. Gotta remember to keep saying that in the beginning. Hit like. Hit like. Then, of course, we got Terry Hulk Hogan. And the thing about Terry Hulk Hogan, for some people, there's a dilemma with him. Being that if you're black and you like wrestling, I guess is it kind of taboo to say that you were a fan of Hulk Hogan after the racist remarks and everything came out? It was like 2007?
Yeah.
That Gawker video.
Yeah. And what was that? That was his didn't he make those racist comments because his daughter was dating somebody of a different race? Correct?
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah. Then the other one, he was talking to his son. His son was in jail, talking to his son on the phone. And he was like, what if God reincarnates us and we come back as two Blizzak guys? You know what I mean?
Did he use that word or did he use another word?
I think what I read was Blizzak guys or something. Well, he said the N-word to him earlier in the conversation.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, but he didn't use it as a substitute for that particular sentence I was talking about. When he said the N-word, he was like, he called his son that, and he goes, well, that means you're my best friend. Yeah, man. Hope was wild, man.
Let me tell you something, man. I grew up on him, and I really appreciated that man, for everything that he's done for wrestling and how big of a star he was. And he was just, mega. And then, to try to just say things like that and just tarnish your legacy, man. You know what I mean? Like, how many kids of color, loved Hulk Hogan?
I mean, I was more of a Bret Hart dude, you know what I'm saying? it's that's neither here nor there. Hulk Hogan had one of the weakest finishing moves known to man. The leg drop.
Right. He
Leg
did. He
drop.
did. Yes, he
That's
certainly
it.
did.
That's your super move. You drop a leg on somebody.
It's just he was so iconic, you know. It's not like I was a Hulk fan, you know what I mean? Like I
Right.
wasn't part of that. You know, I was an Ultimate Warrior fan, if anything. You know
Yep.
what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
But
Makes sense.
Hulk Hogan was so big, bruh, that when he got in the ring, it's like, oh, you just got hyped because that was Hulk Hogan, bruh. You
He
know
was
what I mean?
synonymous. He's
Right.
synonymous with wrestling. You say wrestling, you think Hulk Hogan. I get it.
And then you go down the list and you start doing crazy things like that, calling out, and colors and all this other stuff, and it's just crazy, man. But at least we know how he really felt.
Yeah, and that's the part that didn't really. I wasn't really surprised by that. I was more so. What was I? I guess I was just shocked at the fact that he didn't think he was being recorded.
Right.
I think that was it. Okay, so when he said the stuff about his daughter, he was talking to God. I forgot my guy's name, whose wife he was sleeping with.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he was talking to her when he said the stuff about his daughter, because he was like, I don't know if she's sleeping with the black guy, this, that, and the third. If you're gonna get one, at least get one that's like 8 feet tall, get $1 billion one.
Right.
Things that a lot of people probably say to their kids in the privacy of their own home anyway. Like, if you're gonna get one, get a rich one. And I think that goes for for all races of people. I think they probably tell their kids, all races of people probably tell their kids that, man. If you're gonna date outside the race, man, at least go get somebody notable or rich. You know what I mean? That's probably what they all say. It's just that they weren't all, Hulk Hogan or being looked at as an icon. And plus, when Hulk Hogan was telling these kids eat your vitamins and work out, y'all should have been looking at him like, "Shut up, liar! You take steroids. What you mean? Take What do you mean work, exercise, take my vitamin? You don't do any of that, man."
At all.
Yeah, leg drop. This man was a cultural icon with a leg drop.
I can't get it out my head now. That's all I can see is the leg drop. How corny it looks.
The weakest move known to man. But aside from Hulk Hogan and his issues, Malcolm Jamal Warner was tied to some issues, but it wasn't of his doing. Do you think that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, kind of slowed up his career trajectory, Malcolm Jamal Warner? Because he was on, he had Malcolm and Eddie, of course.
Uh-huh.
He was on Suits. There was another doctor show that he was on as well.
Recently.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it. But I feel like Malcolm Jamal Warner should have been on other stuff, like other notable stuff.
That does sound like you could be right about that, but I think he just did what he wanted to do, really. If it comes down to it, I mean, I think he had a good career. I think he was happy with his life. I think he even said that, how happy he was with his life. You know what I mean? And that was a couple of weeks before he passed. He was telling, I forgot where it was. I seen it. And, he was telling everybody how happy he was in the place he was now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he could have been way bigger, you know what I mean? But I don't know. What do you think?
I think it would have helped if they would have been able to still show reruns of the Cosby Show. I think that would have helped out. And what I mean by that, I think it would have helped out to get that like renewed interest in just him as an actor.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if, just out of respect for Malcolm Jamal Warner, they'll start re-showing some Cosby episodes.
I know they did on the day after he died. I forgot what channel it is. They had it on for 24 hours. 24
Really?
hours of the Cosby Show. Yeah, I can't recall what channel exactly it was.
Wow. Because Peacock should be showing the Cosby Show if they haven't started back already. But I'm not aware of them showing the Cosby Show.
It definitely wasn't Peacock. It was another channel, man. It was something like more catered to us, like the Ion channel or something. It was crazy. I forgot what channel it was. I'm not sure.
He said more catered to us. Ion ain't catered
Yeah,
to us, man.
what's the other? There's another one that is that I didn't say. I can't. It's not coming to me.
UPN still a thing?
Yeah.
Dabble. What else we got? UPN.
It was something. I'll get it. We'll get it. We'll think about it.
Yeah, okay. But I get what you're saying though. One of the black stations
There you
Show
go.
some Cosby episodes.
He said Ion is definitely not it. I don't know why I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
so.
yeah. Ion's cool. They show a lot of leverage, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But yeah, they ain't no.
It might have been Tubi. I don't know. I gotta check.
Well, you cut deep. Man, speaking of cutting, man, one time for Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, man, was dealing with a health issue many people had no idea he was dealing with, man. He had a bladder tumor removed.
Yes, yes. Mad prayers go out to Coach Prime.
Yeah, I watched it was a part one of a sit down interview he was doing with Michael Irvin, and then I also watched the press conference he did on yesterday, talking about kind of talking about it. He ain't going into a whole lot of detail, but he did let people know why he's been kind of, missing. Um and I know it had to be something serious because you're going through all that, and your sons are being drafted. I think it was like the next day he was like, I got a surgery to do, and the kids didn't even know that he
Yep.
was having the surgery, man. And one thing he said was, fellas, we don't like to go to the doctors. The same thing we've been saying on here, man. Go get checked out. Go get checked out, because he never would have known that he had that issue if not for going to get checked out for the blood clots from the toe amputation.
Right.
It was that, and it was also him speaking about him getting his affairs in order just in case the surgery didn't go his way. And that's a big thing too, man. Making sure your house is in order just in case you're not going to be around to see the next day.
Yeah, something that people need to very take more seriously. That's a definite subject that people need to take serious because a lot of people, for some reason in their mind, they think they're gonna live forever.
Right. Like living wills and things of that nature.
Yeah, because then I mean, when you leave, man, you don't want to, leave your family or whoever is in charge, of your state, in a burden and don't know what to do, don't know where to look, don't know where to go. You know what I mean? And it's like you don't want that. You want to be more in order. For if you do have things for people or whatever you're gonna leave or how you're gonna do it, at least have the plan already, intact, so nobody has to go crazy, not knowing what's going on. Because that's a crazy thing when somebody dies and you don't know what they had or what to look for or what they wanted. You know what I mean? Because they didn't say anything.
Yeah. When I make my will, I'm gonna do like John Hope Bryant. He said his mom put a poison pill in her will, saying anybody who disputes the will is gonna be left out of it. So you can't even argue it.
That's it. Perfect. I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave my nephews my hats. So he probably leave my oldest nephew the turntables.
Okay.
He seems to seems pretty good at DJing right now. At least that's what I got from it. My youngest nephew, I'll leave him my hats. His head is a little growner than his than his brother. Yeah, man, and they can split the backdrop and the table cover.
There you go.
But what else? What else I got? They're gonna have to share the car. You know what I mean? The SUV, they're gonna have to split that. Yeah, man, for right now, you know what I'm saying? That's all they get. That's all they
Well,
get.
it's better than nothing. But if you don't have that, in a plan to tell somebody that, then it might not go nowhere. Your house
Right.
might get thrown in the garbage. SUV might get, sold out for parts. You never know what'll happen because you don't know unless you put something in plan. Like me, I didn't do no like, professional thing or anything. I did like a makeshift one just for right now, just in case. Because, I always think ahead. I try to, if I can. And I try to, be a couple of steps in front and, make it easier for people, man.
Yeah, you do one like you update it every year or something?
Something like that, yeah. It's just a makeshift one, or I'll leave a letter and an important letter somewhere that somebody would I instruct somebody, if anything ever happened to me to look for the
Yeah.
letter. And
Yeah.
then the letter will tell you everything you need to know.
Well, that's smart. Yeah, they're real smart.
I don't really have nothing crazy to leave or anything, but I got things like you said, I got sneakers, I got my equipment, my
Yeah.
turntables, my speakers, my stuff like that. I got a lot of clothes. So it's just things like that. Hey man, I'd rather have, these people be first on the list. If they want it, they can have it. If not, do whatever you do.
Yeah, for certain, man. It was at least 4 people who woke up yesterday not knowing that yesterday was going to be their last day. These 4 people were in Manhattan when Shane Tamura of Nevada, 27 years old, drove cross country from Nevada to New York went to the NFL building. I don't think he didn't know which floor that the NFL officers were on, but went to the NFL building and opened fire. From the information I got, it says he was dealing with CTE from playing in high school. Went to the officers to shoot up the place, then turned the gun on himself. Now he was looking for his brain to be researched. Was that in the letter that he left?
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that about the letter. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay.
I can look it up right now while we're talking about it, dog. See if I can find it.
No, because that's the, you know how you'll hear it on like one publication or one place, but you won't see it, anywhere else.
I know the note. I know the note said that he alleged that he had CTE. Right. So I don't know. Yeah, I know the note did say that.
Yeah. So my whole thing was, why'd you have to take those 4 people's lives if you were going? This is what I never understand when people do mass shootings and end up killing themselves at the end.
Selfish.
All those other people, you did not have to do that to those other people if you were going to shoot you.
It had nothing to do with the people anyway.
You could just work backwards.
Shot random people.
Shot an off-duty police officer who was working security for the building. When he got to the wrong floor, shot some people up there also.
Now he was headed for the NFL offices, but took the wrong elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see the video of him walking in the building?
No, I try not to watch.
Blatantly outside of the building, bro, in Manhattan, New York, broad daylight, just hanging, just walking right in, bro, casually. Wasn't hiding it at all, nothing, just straight up, like, I'm going in this building and I'm about to turn up. But I guess, in New York, things happen so fast, man. That's what people don't understand, especially people like that live in the South. They don't understand how it is to live in New York. Like, everything is so fast, you probably not even paying attention to this man. You know what I mean? Because in New York, we on an agenda. When we walking somewhere, we doing something, we going where we got to go. We ain't worried about looking over here at this man. We ain't worried about this man. As long as you ain't invading my space, I'm not looking at you. You know what I mean? We don't do that looking thing. Like, we just handle our business. So to see that man, the way he was just walking in the building, people probably wasn't even looking that way, man. They're not worried about him, unless somebody look down like, what is he doing? Because he blatantly, like I said, walked in with the AR just hanging. Like, if anybody would have seen it, it could have been a different situation.
Now, how fast do you have to be going in a place that's not an open carry state, to not notice a man carrying an assault rifle? I'm being serious, because you have way more experience with New York living than I do. I've driven through there, and I could not understand the fascination with the place. It's a lot of cars, a lot of people bunched up together. I don't get it. I like land and space down here. It's really that fast pace up there to where y'all can walk by somebody with a M4 and be like, it's a New York on a Monday.
I'm not gonna make that as an excuse. No,
No. I'm not. I'm just saying it's really like that.
It can be, but I don't see how nobody noticed him. But in the video of when he's walking in the building, you don't see anybody around. So it wasn't like, I don't know how he did it, like where he parked at and did he just come straight and, but it wasn't like there was a group of people around the building while he was walking in or anything. It was basically him by himself, coming up in there. So I think if there was anybody outside, like right in that vicinity, they definitely would have seen it. Like I said, it was blatant. You know what I mean? It was so blatant that you probably would have thought it was fake.
Gotcha.
Like, I know this man is not walking around.
Like your man who shot, God, what was it? The guy who shot the president or the VP of the insurance company. When was this? Like last year?
Yeah, United Healthcare.
Boom. Some similar situation.
Something just like that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Instead of that, though, you're walking into a skyscraper, building. You're walking into an office building in Manhattan, and I guess I don't know, man. That's just it's so weird. When I heard the story, I was like, I'm not surprised by anything anymore, man. It's so weird out here in these streets, man. This man drove all the way from Las Vegas to New York to go into that building and kill random people, bro.
That he did. I will never understand the nature of man, homie. I'll never understand it. Go ahead. It looked like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, because the crazy thing was, he was coming from Nevada, but then also 2 days ago there was a shooting in Nevada, in Reno, Nevada. Somebody was in the VIP, the valet section of a casino out there and started opening fire at 7:45 in the morning from the valet towards the casino entrance and end up killing 2 people out there.
At the casino?
At the casino, bro. He was outside at the valet where they valet the cars, but he was aiming his gun towards the casino entrance where people were coming out, probably trying to get their car or anything. Yeah, so kill 2 random people there. It's just
So
so much going on.
Lost some money gambling or something? Or?
That they didn't come out with the whole story, man. I don't know if he was in an altercation with going on with somebody and he just decided he's just going to open fire on everybody. I don't know what the whole case was, to tell you the truth.
Well, okay. Well, since I see your crazy story and I raise you a crazy story. Man in Michigan went in Walmart just stabbing people.
Boy. So this
Traverse, Michigan, dude just in there stabbing folks.
No explanation, right?
Just stabbing people. And and you want to know what? How about I see you that story? I see that story, raise that story, and I got another one for you. This one is the most. This one hurt. Now this one hurt though. And God, so in Bessemer, Alabama, this little boy is 3 years old. He was at a supervised visit with his father. The the Child Services Department or Division of Alabama, if I'm saying that right, it's probably like social services, maybe, whoever handles that. They contracted out a company to handle the transportation for that little 3-year-old boy going to the supervised visit. He's supposed to go to a daycare program right after that, right? The company that was contracted out is called Covenant Services. And the lady who worked for Covenant Services, she took the little boy from the supervised visit. Instead of taking him to the daycare center, I want to make sure I tell you this correctly now. She went and got some food, took that food home. She went to a tobacco shop, and she came back home. She did all this with the little boy in the back seat. Notice what I told you she did not do. She did not go to the daycare center. Notice I also said she did not get that little boy out of the back seat of that car. So that little boy was in the back seat of that car in Bessemer, Alabama, in the South, in the summertime, from 12:30 to 5:30.
That's unbelievable.
On the day she did this, at 1 p.m., the humidity made it feel like 103 degrees outside. By 5 p.m., it was 100 degrees. Now, that's what it felt like outside. He's not outside. He's strapped in the back seat of a car with tinted windows in this lady's driveway. And the only reason she went outside or remembered that the little boy was in the back seat, according to what I read, the daycare called her like, yo, where's the 3-year-old? Then she realized he was in the back seat.
Bro, this doesn't even sound real, man. It doesn't even sound real.
Man, Juice, the thing I was looking for while reading the article was, so what she charged with? All it said was, there's an ongoing investigation to see what this person or what the charges will, if any, will be.
Well, you did tell me, the kid was in the back seat. She forgot he was in there. So what? He did die?
Yes, that young man was in that hot car from 12:30 in the afternoon to 5:30 that evening.
And none of that would have happened if she would have did her job that she's getting paid to do and would have took that kid to the daycare like she was supposed to. But instead, she wants to go to the store. She wants to go to this store. She wants to go home. She wants to chill and forget that the kid is in the car. That doesn't sound right at all. Like, how can you get out of your car and not know the kid is still in there? Like, you're going to see him in the back seat?
Man, you ain't got to see him. It's a 3-year-old. I know he making noise. For one, he don't even know you.
Oh, man. I don't know, man.
Man, you just took him from having a supervised meeting with his dad. So I'm pretty sure he ain't excited about being in the car with this stranger.
At all.
But you forget he in the car. You go run errands. You go grab some food, take the food home, go back out to the tobacco shop, come back, kick it. What it sounds like to me is you went and got you some food because you knew you were going to had the munchies. You went to the tobacco shop because you forgot to go there when you grabbed the food. That's what all that's about. Then you got high and forgot the little boy was in the car. That's exactly what this sounds like to me.
Well, either way, that doesn't sound right. Like something this story doesn't sound right at all because I don't care how high you got or whatever's going on. How'd you forget the kid was in the car, man? Like you said, you can't,
Like you
you
forgot you was
know?
at work? You forgot you were at work.
Wow. That is crazy.
The only names they gave in that whole story was the 3-year-old boy's name, and I'm not about to do that. They gave his name, but they will not. They gave his name, but wouldn't get the name of the lady who left him in the car. How that sound?
Sound like something that's going on in Bessemer, Alabama that ain't right.
They protecting her identity, but not the 3-year-old.
Yeah, they need to go ahead and charge her with murder. That's exactly what she did. And I know if I was that kid's father who just seen him after that visit, I'd be on 1,000 right now.
Man, you can't justify that.
No,
There's no justification for that whatsoever.
no, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that one hurt.
Yeah, it
That
definitely
one hurt,
did.
man.
I hate to even have to hear that story, but you know it's crazy. I didn't hear that story at all. I usually keep up with all these current events that's going on. I
Yeah.
heard nothing about that story right there.
I don't know why my news feed gives me these stories, Juice. I swear
Right.
it's like nobody else nobody else gets these but me.
I'm glad you got it though, because I need to hear that. I needed to hear that to show me how dumbfounded these people that we live around are.
You left a 3-year-old in the car for 5 hours.
The thing is, how she get that job though? That's like, come on, man. You can't just let anybody have that kind of job, transporting these young kids from these situations and doing this kind of stuff. Like, you can't have just anybody doing the job, man.
I mean, that you think that,
Yep.
but clearly, obviously.
Well, let's move on to a brighter note, but not brighter note. It has nothing to do with death. Let's put it like that. And I'm gonna ask you a question about this because all
Yes,
I did
sir.
was hear about it, and I
Yes,
said,
sir.
"Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay." A couple of weeks ago, I'm looking at ESPN. Um, about 2, 3 weeks ago, and on First Take, they're having the Morris brothers, Marcus and Marquise Morris, and they were commentating. They were commentating on First Take. They were also
Mm-hmm.
on the morning show on ESPN. What's the name of that morning show? Do you know by any chance?
Is
Comes on
it
at 8 o'clock.
I think it's Get Up.
Yeah, Get Up. So they were on that as well, and they were doing great. The Twins looked great to me. I mean, they had some good interactions and a lot of knowledge of the game, especially at basketball. And I'm thinking in my head, fast forward, like, oh wow, they're probably going to end up getting a contract. For the next NBA season, they're probably going to end up being on ESPN, right? But then I see a ad yesterday, a couple of days ago, that Marcus Morris, one of the twins, was locked up on fraud charges or something. What's going on? Help me out, 58.
Nah, I seen the headline for old Scammy Davis Jr., but I ain't
No, you didn't call him Scammy Davis Jr.
get too deep into it. Cause I'm like, this might be a nothing right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't really know too much, man. And I haven't heard anything else since I seen the headline.
The only thing I heard was, but I didn't get anything really out of it, is so-called that he stiffed a casino in Vegas.
Right.
And I'm trying to think, how'd you stiff a casino in Vegas? Like, what?
Did he go to pick up his brother's earnings? And they were like, nah, you ain't him, you the other one. Maybe they did that.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess on our next podcast, you know what I mean, I'll try to come up with all the information and have a little bit more on the story right than I do right now.
Man, it'll be nothing by then. I promise you, it'll be nothing.
It better be. Because he's gonna pull another Shannon Sharp, mess his ESPN career up. Speaking of Shannon Sharp,
10, I think what was it, 10 mil that he paid to
10
get?
mil. So now what, do you think ESPN gives him his job back for the NFL season or not?
Nah.
That's over, huh?
I don't think it's over for him. I think it'll be some years before they end up kind of bringing him back into the ESPN fold. I think about 3 to 5 years when this has died down. If he doesn't do anything else, maybe he'll get that opportunity. If not, trying to think maybe another network or something. Maybe the Zone. He can work for the Zone.
He can always go back with Skip.
Nah. FS1 just got rid of Joy Taylor and them. So nah. Don't think Barstool. He might can work for Barstool Sports.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they got Wallow Gilly over there. You can work for Barstool.
Had such a good thing going with ESPN. He was about to take off. He was that close to taking off for real. Like,
I mean, but he still has his own show though. So
yeah, true that.
yeah, that's why it pays to have your own thing. Can't nobody take that from him. The internet would have to shut down. Then we all screwed. So.
That's why we got topics of discussion, baby. 58 South TV, baby.
Yeah.
They ain't taking us all.
Please don't. Yo, what's up with your girl Glorilla, man? Getting locked up without even being home.
You know what? That's a bunch of BS. That's what I call it. Call it like I hear it. Call it like I see it.
Okay, so if y'all aren't familiar, Glorilla's home had been broken into in Georgia, and one of her family members who was staying there had fended off the would-be robbers. He shot at them. I think he shot at them. Either way, they left. So they did what any respectable citizen would do. They called the authorities. The authorities came. The authorities smelled some weed. The authorities had to put a warrant out for Glorilla, who was performing at the All-Star game, the WNBA All-Star game at the time, as a matter of fact. So she had to turn herself in that following Tuesday on, what was it, felony drug possession. Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense, man. Makes no sense, man. You know, this woman is out there, you know, doing what she has to do to enrich her career. You know, she's not a bad person at all. You know, she makes pretty good music.
Hold up. Now we can't speak to people's character.
She hasn't done anything bad in the public eye.
Yeah, say that. Don't say she's not a bad person. We don't know. We don't know if she's bad or not.
In the public eye, she's not a bad person.
Juice just like Glorilla when she turned around on the BET Awards.
Exactly.
She had them Prince pants on. That's why he talking about she's not a bad person.
Had that clapping going on. The clapping.
Yeah. Anyway.
Either way, I don't like how, you can have your house being broken into, by somebody trying to rob you and take your belongings, illegally. And then it comes back on you because you had something like weed in your house. You wouldn't have been in my house anyway if somebody didn't try to rob me. Like, that has nothing to do with each other. Like, you shouldn't be coming in there, worrying about that and then trying to lock me up because of that. It's like, why? It's to the point where, you know what? If something like this happens again, I'm not calling y'all.
I'm thinking the police were like, you know what, man? Ain't really no crime here. We can't leave here empty-handed. We got to find something.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. I really truly believe that's what it was.
And then it's coming from a person that's been in a situation similar to that. That's why I can, kind of get on Glorilla's side with it. And I'm not going to go into too many details, but, basically, I was around the same environment, and that kind of thing happened. And it's just not right, man. We over here like, come on, man. Somebody just tried to rob, my place that I live in, that I sleep in, and you weren't worried about smelling some weed and trying to lock me up for that. Like, it don't make sense, man, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Man. Well, somebody else who was wrongfully accused, and this person actually went to prison. This was prison in Germany. Matter of fact, the lady has said she had a dream that this person has sexually assaulted her, and he ended up spending some time in a German prison. That person being Freddie Gibbs, and him and Alchemist just put out Alfredo 2. Dope project. See how you was thinking I was going somewhere totally different with that. But yeah, I tied that thing together though. Yeah, I tied that thing together, man. Alfredo 2. Please, y'all, give it a listen. Another notable album, that Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it, Juice, but you, as a DJ, you might want to get a hold of that.
I got to hear a couple of singles, and they are fire.
Yeah, real up-tempo. Like, yeah. You'll enjoy that whole project, man. I listened to a few joints off of that Emperor's New Clothes by Raekwon of the Wu-Tang Clan. Not mad at what I'm hearing so far. It's how do I put this? You ever been in the store buying cologne? Like you'll get like 2 real good ones. But in between smelling them, you got to smell some coffee beans, so your scent gets back right. Yeah, I needed some coffee beans before I had turned it on, because I was already used to the Clips album. So I'm like, if this is what older, more veteran hip hop acts are supposed to sound like, yeah, you gotta cleanse your palate first, then go listen to that. I'm not saying anything's wrong with Raekwon. It's just that Pharrell didn't do Raekwon's album. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, Pharrell didn't do that one. Yeah. There was some singles that came out this past week, or at least that I found them this past week. Damage Control, Wale featuring Pusha T. I don't know if you heard that.
I did. It's pretty dope.
And Joe, man, Quiet as Kept. Well, this was pretty much the video is what drew me in on this particular song. Offset has a song called Professional. The video is definitely worth a watch.
Is it?
Yeah, man. It seems like this video he shot is in response to his ex-wife's. Well, I don't know if they divorced, so I'll just say his wife's latest single, that Outside song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Cause it's some ones in this video.
Boy,
There's some
boy,
ones.
I gotta check this out then.
I'm telling you, man, it's definitely worth a watch. I mean, you can put it on mute if you like or whatever. If you're not a fan of Offset, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch now.
Speaking of video, you said when I'm gonna go back to something else you said about Alfredo with Freddie Gibbs. With I thought him and Alchemist also made like a short film as well.
Yeah, for the Alfredo 2 joint. Yeah.
Okay, so it is a short film. Okay.
Yeah, yes sir. About 14 or so minutes long, I do believe.
Did you see it?
Nah, I didn't watch I didn't watch that. I was waiting on the album, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting on the album. I can go back and watch the short film later. I just was waiting on the music.
I'm gonna check that short film out then. I want to know what it was about. So that's why I was asking if you watched it already.
Yeah, nah, not yet. I'll get around to it. I was just more concerned with the music, man. Like he's real underrated artist, man. Aside from all the, outside gimmicks, the fights, and who his child's parent, child's mother is, and all that extra stuff. And I don't care nothing about that unless he puts it. Thank you. He puts it in the music. He talks about some of that stuff.
Got some dope music. Speaking of dope music,
absolutely.
Slick Rick got a new song with Nas too. I don't know if you heard that.
Is that Documents or?
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah, his album came out, I want to say late last month or maybe early this month.
Heard that on Shady 45 the other day, and I had to go back in my head like, am I hearing a new Slick Rick with Nas on it right now, or did I miss something a few years back? So I had to hurry up and check, and I said, oh, this is new. And Slick sound just like Slick ain't changed one bit. Slick Rick still coming with him. I said, boy.
Yep. In case y'all were wondering, yeah, we that old.
Yep.
Slick Rick.
To really appreciate hip hop. That's how old we are. We really appreciate hip hop. And we can understand what we're saying too.
Yeah, this is the best time in music ever. And next year I'll be able to say that's the best time in music ever, man. This is it. Ain't no the 90s wasn't the best, the 2000s. No, right now is the best time in music. Because you don't have to listen to stuff you don't want to listen to. Like, there's no reason for anybody to come and talk bad to me about some music. I'm like, yo, you don't have to listen to that. Let them make the music for the people that want to listen to it, man. You just go find what you like.
Hey, but it still ain't nothing like in the early 90s when you had to buy a cassette and you had to fast forward to the song that you wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Because some of the songs you didn't want to hear, you had to hold on, all right, we're going to fast forward for 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, is it there yet? Nope, it's still on. Hold up. Ain't nothing like it. You had to search for your music. You had to get your music that you wanted to hear. Now, everything is at a keystroke, or a phone swipe.
Ain't no skipping, pausing, having to wait right now, man.
Crazy, man. Take the fun out of it. Take the fun out of it.
I for one, applaud the people for taking the fun out of it.
No,
Thank you for making it easy for me. I appreciate it.
I miss it.
You on your own there, brother?
I miss it. I miss the Right On. I miss the Right On magazines. I miss the Source magazines. I miss the Vibe magazines. I miss having to go to the bookstore and buy the magazines so you can see what these stars was doing and what they was happening and what was dropping and when was it going to drop. Everything is so like in your face now that you ain't got to search no more. It's not fun, man.
Everything is so accessible right now.
Right. There you go. That's the perfect word to use. But hey, tomatoes.
I mean, I don't hear nobody complaining about not being able to use a rotary phone anymore. So, yeah, y'all gonna take these inventions and you're gonna like them.
You're right about that. I ain't worried about that phone stuff right there. That was a little too much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, Juice, we've come to the time of the show where we like to play a little game called Brick or Swish. You already know how I go home, boy. I get a topic from each one of the sections: sports, news, entertainment. Give you give you a question on it. You give me your thoughts on it. If you like it, brick. You don't like, good, tripping. If you like it, if you like it, if you like it, Swish. If you don't like it, it's a brick, man. You ready?
I'm ready.
Clarissa Shields just defended her undisputed title. Easy unanimous victory. Before that, she had been going on and on about wanting to fight Layla Ali. Layla Ali was saying it'll take 15 to 20 mil to get her back out here. So what does Clarissa Shields do? Clarissa Shields went and got that $15 million juice. Layla Ali versus Clarissa Shields is a blockbuster fight that needs to happen. Brick or Swish?
You know, as much as I have a lot of things in my head about this subject, because I think Layla's a little too old to be getting in this ring right now, I'm gonna call a Swish. I would love to see it. Let's go. I'm all for it. You know, Layla want to talk that junk, and Clarissa Shields backed it up. I mean, talk the junk about the money. I mean, Clarissa Shields was the one trying to provoke it. You know what I mean? But when Layla came back, Layla could have just been like, you know what, girl, I'm good. I'm out that, I'm out that, I'm not in that setting anymore. I'm in a different stage of my life. She could have ended like that. But she want to say, hey, you get 15 mil up, trying to be funny like she couldn't get it up. It's up now. What's up?
So it's a Swish on your end.
That's a Swish all day. Now, let's see the fight.
Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, Layla. Ain't no way. I do not want to see. No, man.
I know what you're saying. But bruh.
Do you know Muhammad Ali's second wife was at this Clarissa Shields fight?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, man. Miss Khalila Camacho Ali was at this fight. She was cheering on was cheering on Clarissa Shields and she said, Layla need to stay in the kitchen.
That's why I was saying that before I said how, about the Swish. I said I would really not like to see it because I think this is not her setting anymore. Especially going against a powerhouse monster like Clarissa Shields. You don't want that smoke. I don't care if it's cigars, cigarettes, Black and Miles. You don't want that smoke. So, but the other side is now you want to talk about some money. All right, if that's all it's gonna take, you better go ahead now, handle that fight now, because she got that 15 mil up.
I watched Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and I told myself I would never, ever subject myself to anything like that again. I will not be interested in seeing Clarissa Shields fight Layla Ali. I'm not calling Layla Ali. I don't know if her knees or whatever are, in the same condition as Iron Mike Tyson. But I know this. I know Layla Ali ain't been boxing in a long time, and Layla Ali is a lot closer to 50 than she is to 30. I know that Layla Ali has a lot to lose as far as business ventures. Doesn't she have like seasonings and all that kind of stuff?
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
I said she in another stage of her life right now. Like you shouldn't even dumb yourself down to that.
I don't know about dumbing herself down. She's still, a competitor.
I think it's dumb because you're not gonna do, dude. 15 mil is not worth the ass whooping you're gonna get. If it's gonna be real, because I think there's gonna be some stipulations when they do this, kind of like the Jake Paul Tyson thing. I don't think they're gonna let it get to a point where Layla Ali can tarnish her name, and look real crazy. Because I think if you just let them really go at it one-on-one, like for real, without no rules, I think she'll get killed, bro. I think she will be mocked, bro.
I don't think there will be any rules in this fight. You want to know why I don't think there will be any rules in this fight? Because if it's one thing women can't stand, is for a man to tell them what to do. So ain't gonna be no rules in this fight.
Bro, well,
ain't gonna be no rules. Ain't gonna be no rules, bro.
Well, she gonna have a messed up face for a few weeks then, because I seen Clarissa Shields and what she throwing, and bro, she throw them things at Layla, man. I can't see 47-year-old Layla catching them things like that, bro. Like, Clarissa throwing them bombs.
Well, look, this is what I will say. Again, it's a brick for me on the fight, but I'll say this. Clarissa Shields has a very wide swing. What beats Clarissa Shields? Straight jab. From here to there. Quickest way from point A to point B, straight line. Straight line her jaw, straight line her nose. And Layla could do that. Like I said, I watched Clarissa Shields box. I'm not a fan of the big wide swing, man. Not a fan of the big wide swing. Other women who box against her, I don't know if that's something that they're aware of that she does. It's easier to look at it and critique it than when she's standing in front of you. I get all that, but you're a professional boxer. You're a trained boxer. Straight jab. All that wide swinging, straight jab. And it's not like Layla Ali's a small person.
Not at all. No, not by far.
So,
But
again,
the age gap, man. The age gap, man. She ain't been in that ring in how long, bro?
yes, it's been a while, man. We might have had a black president last time she was in the ring.
She stopped at the age of 39. She's 47, so that's 8 years ago since she's been in the ring professionally. Not saying she still is not training. I don't know what she has going on, but bruh, the wide swing, I hear you, bruh, great, but nah, bruh, when that swing connects, when that wide swing you just talking about connects, which it does a lot, that's why she's in the position that she's in. Brother, it's a bad day, man. It's a bad day for who's on the other side of that damn wide swing, bro. With that straight jab, you want to come with that straight jab, and I pray, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna call my Swish again. Let that fight go down. I'm ready to see this thing, man.
And if it does happen, we will be here to discuss it afterwards.
I might be there live. I might have to get you a ticket too, man. We might have to go live, bro. We might just have to go in there and just holler. I don't know, man. I
Well,
gotta see it.
this what I can go ahead and tell you this with the utmost confidence, man. I want you to save your money on my ticket. That's one ticket you ain't got to buy. You know what I mean? You save your money on that one. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. So no way to get around it, man. As far as the news topic goes, this the biggest news period right now. We don't really do politics here, but ain't no way of getting around this news. So Trump, Epstein files, y'all already know what's going on. So my question to you, Juice, is the Epstein situation with Trump, will this be how he's remembered for his 4 years in his second term? Not the mass deportations, not the what else did he do? Hell, he's out here being lawless, right? But the Epstein situation, will that be how he's remembered? Will the Epstein situation be his Monica Lewinsky? Brick or Swish?
That's a Swish on that one. You said it just like it is, man. That Epstein file look like it's taking over, and I don't know, man. If I was him, I'd just admit it. Admit your faults, bro, before it comes out, because it's gonna look worse. If you over here saying ain't nothing in there, and then there's something in there, it's gonna look worse, man. I'm not saying anything about the man. I don't know what's going on, but it's not looking good. And yeah, this will be on his legacy right here. This will be it.
I mean, I get it's gonna be on his legacy, but will this be the I guess the one thing you equate to him when you hear his name? Trump, Epstein, like the Clinton presidency. No matter what he did or didn't do, the Monica Lewinsky thing is one of the first things people think.
So
about.
that's it. Then yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, it definitely would be. Okay. If this goes down like it's about to, it looks like, yeah. If they can hurry up and get this out the way, then because they're trying to what get Ghislaine Maxwell. If they could just if they could pardon her, then everything might slow down a little bit because she's a loose cannon. She knows everything. She knows everything.
So is this a brick or a Swish? Cause you just changed your answer now. So is this brick or a Swish?
I was going to Swish on you for what you said. That yeah, this will be, but it's still a chance that it might not be. That's what I'm saying. It hasn't gone yet. It's not over there. It hasn't tipped the line yet. It's still on the tipping point. It's like this. It hasn't all the way. It's still just wiggling right now. They're trying to stop it from wiggling. They're trying their best. You know what I mean? But yeah, this will be his Monica Lewinsky, like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton had Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, Trump will definitely be the Epstein. Yeah.
Now, if this were anybody else, I would go Swish with you. But I call brick on that. I call brick, and I'm gonna tell you what. Excuse me. This has only been 7 months into the presidency. Ain't no way this is gonna be it. There's no way this is gonna be the season finale to this Trump show, buddy. Ain't no way.
Got a lot more coming, huh?
You just wait. I know it's gonna be some type of December surprise. Ain't no way this gonna be it. No.
We just beginning, huh?
Yeah, man. What you just did? The show just getting good. No, sir. This ain't gonna be it. And the way he loved to divert attention from stuff, man. No. No.
He's doing that already. No. He's already diverting the attention by saying Obama is the one that brought the Epstein files. You know what I mean? Him and Biden.
Man. I'm telling you, this is nothing. We still got 3.5 years left, man. We gonna forget about this by Christmas, yo. I'm telling you, this
58 said enjoy the show. Sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the show.
Man, I've been doing it since he came down the escalator talking about I'm running for president. The man's been in the news every single day since then, man.
Yes, sir. He knows what he's doing.
Look, must see TV. Y'all sit back and enjoy it. Cause you can't. One thing about this train, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. But just in case you're wondering, you ain't got to put it in the comment section. I'm a independent. I didn't vote for anybody. So you can say I'm part of the problem all you want.
Yep.
Cool. You talking about me ain't going to stop anything. It's not going to stop anything. The trains are coming.
Choo, choo.
Hey, man, so let's go back to this Glorilla situation right quick. Brick or Swish, Juice? You got to make sure you secure all the felonies in the house before you call the police, man. You can't just call the cops and act like you don't know what's in there.
Yeah, I'm going to call Brick. I mean, I switch with that, man. You're right now. You know, I would love to be like, hey, it's my house. I can leave my weed out, whatever I want. But no, you can't. You can't. Unless you want to go through the same thing she going through.
Yeah, man, that's a switch, man. Before you call the law, you make sure there's nothing they can get you for.
Yep, that's it.
And that's law. That's law. Protect yourself before you call somebody about protecting the house.
Please.
Protect yourself first.
Please.
Man, how you get locked up on your day off?
The worst, man. The worst, man. I swear.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Do us a huge favor, man. Like, share, subscribe. Even if you don't share or subscribe, man, just hit like. Because I'm noticing the more y'all hit like, the more they keep us, on other people's feeds and in the algorithm and things of that nature. More people to see us. And then I don't have to send you the episodes through text messaging because you're going to get tired of me doing that because I'm going to be doing it every week until y'all hit like and get more people involved. You know what I mean? So look forward to the text message as soon as this show is over because it's coming. Juice, any parting words for the folks, man?
Yes. I watched the movie finally with Michael B. Jordan called Sinners from Ryan Coogler. It's a must-watch movie for everybody. That's my word. If you ain't watched it yet, check it out. I was going to sleep, and I put the movie on to put me to sleep, and I couldn't go to sleep. Once it came on, I woke back up. I had to watch the whole movie. It was a great movie. He did a great job. I love it, and that's what I'm going to say. Also, everybody have a great, great, great week.
Did Michael B. Jordan talk? Did he have more than like 8 lines in the movie?
Brother, he played 2 people at one time.
Did he have more than 8? My question still stands. Did he have more than 8 lines in the movie?
He had more than 15, 16, 17, 18 lines.
Okay, cool. Because that's kind of the thing that he a lot of action movies don't really talk too much. He just do a lot of killing.
A lot of talking.
Yeah, okay.
Double talking.
Had to check that out.
Please do.
That's Juice Jones. You can catch him on all things Juice Jones. I got my link tree in the description. 58 TV. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget, whenever you go outside, take God with you. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful. This has been another episode of 58South TV Presents Topics of Discussion, your new home for sports news and entertainment. Peace. Cut the check.